Good people, this is Jay Nolen, and this is Turn Your Think On. 2-minute drill, we want to talk about prayer. Jesus Christ, let's establish him as being God's image on the earth. Jesus said to his disciples, if you've seen the Father, you've seen me. So we have to establish that what Christ emphasized is what God wanted emphasized. The disciples asked him, Lord, well, teach us how to pray. And in the scriptures, Matthew chapter 6 and Luke chapter 11, he taught them what we call the Lord's Prayer. And if you study this, and I want you to turn your think on, I want you to go and wrestle with this. If we look at it, Jesus established prayer as communication with God. Communication with God. And when he taught the Lord's Prayer, the first thing he said was, Our Father, which art in heaven. He addressed the Father. So it is communication with God. Prayer excludes some things that's popular these days that sometimes we may get confused, and I want you to wrestle with this and search the scripture, turn your think on. Prayer excludes spiritual warfare. Prayer excludes speaking to your situation. Prayer excludes declaring and decreeing, which is a popular movement in this day. It's a popular vernacular in our Christian circles today. Should you not do these things? No, yeah, you should. You have to. Spiritual warfare. You have to resist the enemy. You have to resist the devil. And you have to speak to your situations. You have to come to a resolve in your mind, declaring and decreeing. But don't mistake it as prayer. The apostles encouraged us that men should always pray and not faint. Prayer is our lifeline to God. We are designed to pray. We're made in God's image and his likeness. We're designed to communicate with him. It's our inheritance. Once we become Christians, even before we become Christians, God is communicating with us to come to him. And our response in prayer is asking him to forgive us and for Christ to come into our life. So prayer is of most importance, and we should always pray and not faint. Not going to get into the points of the different types of prayer. There's all kinds of different types of prayers and different ways to pray, but I do want you to turn your think on and wrestle with some of this stuff. Check out the Lord's Prayer, Matthew chapter 6, Luke chapter 11, and this has been Jay Nolen. Turn your think on. Peace.